Rhinos in the separate SuperLeague round 23 match. Leeds Rhinos taking on Hull FC. Before that though, we turn our attention to the women's SuperLeague and a huge game at the top of the table. Both sides left on points and both just 2 points off the top. It's Leeds Rhinos winning, taking on St Helens winning, and kick off in 10 minutes time. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's SuperLeague game. Our curtain raises today. The Rhinos taking on Hull FC. Leeds Rhinos taking on St Helens. Rhinos are third in the table. Only one loss so far this season. That was the table toppers pass. St Helens second in the table. Then two only one loss this season, and that was the table toppers pass. However, after the game in the Challenge Cup, St Helens did lose to Leeds Rhinos in the semi-finals. So Saints will be out for revenge today, whereas Leeds will be looking for not just victory today, but also with one eye on the Women's Challenge Cup final against Castleford Tigers at Bolton next weekend, the repeat of last year's Women's Challenge Cup final. So,
good morning, welcome to Headingley Stadium, home of the Leeds Rhinos, and today the women's team taking on St Helens in the Women's Super League. A real grudge match here on the cards. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the lineups. So for the Rhinos, fullback, you've got Caitlin Beavers. Your wings, Fran Goldthorpe and Sophie Nuttall. Centres, Chloe Kerrigan and Sophie Robinson. 6 and 7, Hannah Butcher and Courtney Hill. Your props, you got Danielle Anderson and Amy Johnson. At 9, Kira Bennett. And then in the second row, Elle Frayne and Amy Staveley. And at loose, Shannon Lacey. So just take a look here at the Saints starting lineup. So at fullback, Rotherham. Wings, you got Leah Burke and Naomi Williams. Centres, Rihanna Burke and Rebecca Avenall. 6 and 7, Zoe Harris and Faye Gaskin. 8, Sarah Lovejoy. 9, Jodie Cunningham. 10, Vicky Whitfield. 11, Emily Rudge. 12, Pip Birchall. And 13, Chantel Crowell. So we'll just move over here and look at the benches. So for Leeds, got one debutant in the squad, Paige Webster, coming up from the 19s to take her spot on the bench. Leeds number 8, Danica Prim, joins her on the bench, as well as Tasha Gaines and Ness Harriman. And for Saints, you've got Darcy Stott, Claire Mullaney, Lizzie Gladman and Danielle Bush. And we just take a look at the table here and you can see just how close it is. Saints only ahead on points difference. Leeds breathing down their throats with an opportunity to go top if they can close a decent gap on Castleford's points difference as well. So and we'll just move over. So we'll take a look at the other fixtures on the cards today. You've got Bradford versus Wigan a little later on, as well as Castleford versus Wakefield. Okay, and just take a look at previous results here. You got Leeds with a decent win to loss record there. Only one loss, that coming against Castleford in late April. The rest wins, and then over to St Helens. There we are, so Saints with exactly the same record, again holding just a loss to Castleford in recent results. Worth mentioning as well that last time out, in their last fixtures, Leeds and Saints went head-to-head in the Challenge Cup. Leeds stealing it with about 3.5 minutes left to play, so it's going to be a real interesting fixture this. Saints definitely out for vengeance in this one. So, Emerald Headingley just getting ready to see its first Women's Super League action since the rebuild. I'm joined up here on commentary by England recall and international Shah Booth, currently out with a minor injury, but she should be back in action next week. How are you feeling, Shah?
Yeah, I felt better. Obviously, I'm out with an injury at the moment. I had stitches in my mouth yesterday. So, yeah, not ideal to be missing out on such a spectacular occasion playing at Headingley, but I'm sure the girls will take care of it all. I hope they do anyway.
Yeah. And what's your feeling for how today will go?
Like we saw in the semi-final, I think it's going to be a real tough one and a real sort of headlock with St Helens, which, you know, it's really exciting for women's rugby that it can be that close. So I know in previous occasions it's been a few teams that have run away with it, but yeah, the league, as you've seen previously with the show up there, it's really close.
Yep. And Saints, of course, pretty much unchanged from the side that did run out against Leeds in the Challenge Cup, with the exception of two more additions, two more England internationals as well, just to really firm that lineup up.
Yeah, I think they had a few players missing due to, I don't know if it was injury or I think one was actually a wedding, so a prior engagement, but yeah, they're going to be key players for St Helens today, and I'm sure the likes of Faye Gaskin in the halves will definitely be looking to do a job and put right the wrongs that St Helens unfortunately lost out on a narrow miss.
Yeah, and like I say, they'll definitely be up for this. They always bring a good match when they turn up, and playing somewhere like Headingley will bring out the best in a player. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, there's nothing more exciting than going to an away ground such as Headingley, and especially on the back of a previous loss to Leeds. They'll really want it today. There'll be definitely some fire in the bellies, and they'll be keen to right them wrongs, as I said.
Yeah, and Rhinos, of course, they'll be looking to open up with a win here. They know that it's going to be a tough game against Saints. They're a fast side, like to get into a side early, do like to take that lead and then try and find the rhythm of the game and control it from there.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think this semi-final were all about game management in the end, and it were just a case of playing smart, not necessarily harder. So I think Leeds have to take that into consideration today if they want to get the win.
So sides getting ready to come out. You can see the procession down there in just the far right of your screen. It'll be a really good day for it. A fairly sizable crowd coming in as well. Obviously, with this being a curtain raiser for the whole game later, it's been one of the games that tipped to potentially break the Women's Super League record.
Yeah, fingers crossed it does that. The crowd seems to be filling up nicely now, and I know there's sort of fans in and among the stands and away, sort of getting burgers and chips. So hopefully they sit down and pay some attention to women's rugby.
Yeah. And not got long to go now. Sort of about 2 minutes to kick off.
Yeah, I think the girls will be really excited at this point. A few nerves flying about, as you've seen. Paige Webster's making her debut today, so she'll be a little bit nervous, I imagine, but such an opportunity for a youngster, you know, under 19s to set up and speak up her name, really, that shirt.
Yeah, can't imagine a better place than making your debut here on such a big stage as well. It's such an important game in the real close-up stages of the Women's Super League now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That'll be one for the memory book. Wonder if she's got a picture yet.
What kind of things has Coach Cuthbo gone through in the run-up to this game?
It's difficult for me to know, because obviously I've been out all week with this injury, so I think he's just sort of said to the girls the game plan as of semi-final hasn't changed much. We just need to be a little bit more dominant and be aware of obviously the changes they've made in them halves. So we need to shut them down nice and early, stop them playing to the edges where we know they're dangerous, and just get in the thick of it really. Enjoy the occasion, enjoy being at Headingley, and hit out ready for the final as well next week. So this will be a great test for Leeds prior to playing in the Challenge Cup final next week.
As you can see, the side's coming out now. Saints coming out first, Leeds alongside the Stanley girls there as well. Yeah. A real affinity between amateur and professional clubs out here, so it's really good to see Rhinos taking the time to promote the grassroots as well.
Yeah, definitely. I can see a real little one at the back as well. I don't know who that is. I think they're running on with Ness. Is it a daughter? Possibly.
Close to kick off there, the mascots leaving the field. Looks like Leeds are lining up to receive here, so it looks like Saints will kick to Leeds to open the game.
Yeah, it looks like Leeds are getting ready now, setting up. Game face on.
Yeah, the last minute nerves are starting to be subsiding now. Everybody in the right frame of mind, ready to kick this game off.
Oh, for sure. I think they stay as well till your first carry, so I'm always keen, I know, to get my hands on the ball, and definitely the first few minutes. Once I have, I feel like I'm fully there then.
Yep, you can just hear in the background there a few crowd members. Oh, unlucky there.
Surfing it all on that back line. Little fumble there by Leeds. Hopefully that gets rid of some nerves.
Yeah, certainly not the start that they were after, but
definitely not.
It's the one that we've got, and a big part of the game is being able to adapt to anything, you know. So
yeah, absolutely.
Straight from attacking mindset into defensive now, and Courtney will drop us off the back line here. She'll go slightly short. It doesn't look like Saints are after that there.
Bit of a bounce there. Strong contact. Hannah Butcher and Sophie. Two defenders I wouldn't like to run against anyway.
Leeds making sure they're getting numbers in the tackle, slowing the play down.
Yeah, I think that's been a key message from Coach Adam Cuthbertson. Numbers in tackles, slow the play of the ball down, really pin them to the ground, preferably get them on their backs and slow down that play from 9 at Jodie Cunningham. She can be quite dangerous.
Yeah,
big dummy half.
One of your England teammates there, you'll know her relatively well, and Leeds have forced the error here. Some good line speed, and Saints having a little look up there before catching the ball, and that's caused the error.
Yeah, I think both teams won't be best pleased with the start, to be honest. Two, obviously, errors that they didn't want. So Leeds will be pleased now they've got the turnover, but I think both teams need to get them nerves out of the way and kick on. Oh, knock on there by...
Frame by the looks of things there.
I just noticed them pink boots.
And Saints just settle it up the middle here. Cunningham scheming at dummy half.
Yeah, Jono controlling the ruck very well.
There we are, they come down the right-hand side, they're spreading it, they've got the numbers, and that is Goldthorpe up very quickly there to shut that opportunity down. Great defence from the youngster.
Yeah, again, like I said, we really want to be closing them players down.
And Saints into the corner by the looks of things. Cunningham just catching Leeds on the short there.
Yeah, Cunningham, again, like I mentioned previously, she's dangerous there at dummy half. Originally a full-back, I think she's played in the halves a little bit. International, she's played at centre, so she's definitely a player that can play all over the park and very good at it as well. So she'll be happy with that try. I don't think Leeds will be. I think defence could have been a lot better on that edge. But if you're going to let them move, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
so yeah, Fran just needed a little bit more support. Ideally, Courtney could have come in, slowed that down, got back. There was no one blind. Oh yeah, they were just a little bit wide.
Yeah, unfortunately there it's if you don't control the speed of the game, you're going to find yourself on the back foot.
Yeah, it's really important to get tight around that ruck, because if you don't, they're just going to jump over and notice that, and especially an experienced player like Jodie Cunningham, she's going to utilise that and take full advantage. So yeah, good vision by Saints, not the best defence by Leeds, but as you know, it's a long 80 minutes.
It is, and there's still plenty of time left. Gaskin there just unable to pull that conversion back, so Leeds with only a 4-point margin to chase here. Courtney Hill will be no doubt screaming the orders out there, making sure that mindset's back at a 0-0 scoreboard.
Oh, without a doubt. I don't think Chloe will be best pleased as well with the positioning just so far out on the wing. So sometimes it's quite nice to make a mistake early on, so it gives you that leverage to fix it up and push on. So I'm sure she'll be looking to rectify that.
Saints are noticing a lot here. They're letting the ball bounce. That's a risky game. It's the player there letting that ball bounce so close to a sideline as well.
Yeah, I think they're familiar with Courtney's kicking game, and I know obviously it's probably a little bit biased, but I think she's got one of the best boots in the Super League at the moment. So whether or not it's that they're aware of that and just a little bit afraid to get under it, I'm not too sure. But if Leeds were to then utilise that and get in the faces, I think it could lead to a turnover eventually.
Crowell there, she had a player on her shoulder, nobody at home, Cunningham's lost it, and it looks like he's going to pull Leeds for an offside here.
Right. Yeah, Shani Crowell's such a strong runner.
Yeah, you noticed it in the Challenge Cup fixture in particular. She'll always have somebody on her shoulder, whether that player's on or not. There is always somebody there. No, it looks like he's actually overturned the decision there. Hill taking us to within just over 30 metres to the Saints line. Leeds' first trip to this end. Completion is going to be key here. Butcher, Lacey coming short, and now here's Anderson. Bumpers up as per usual.
Good defence by St Helens there. Numbers in the tackles. Jodie peeling off nicely back to her, straight up on him. And again there for second effort, fantastic.
Johnson, Crowell there coming in to finish the job as well. Again, Leeds on the back there. Ball shipped to Hill, shot for Frayne.
Leeds seem to be working it a little bit better now. See what shape they've got now. They're in some nice area.
Bennett, Anderson with a second run. Here we are, going out to the right. Butcher, Stavely rampaging onto that ball again. She's such a strong runner when you get her close to the line. She's such a strong runner all over the field, actually.
Just a powerhouse, isn't she, Staves?
She is. And that's going to be back to one. No, Cunningham's come up with it. Saints now, big job on their hands. Got to go 90 metres.
Yeah, so they'll be Jodie will be trying to lead them out now in exit, getting it out of their own half, hopefully getting some territory back on Leeds. They don't want to be pinned down in their area.
Strong contact there from Johnson and Staveley. It's the rugby league equivalent of playing on the M62 running at those two. There's Crowell taking it forward. Bennett there controlling the play. Lacey closing down the kicker, good pressure. Now Beavers with her first opportunity. Saints will be having flashbacks right now.
I think they will, yeah. And she attacked that right side as well when she scored that epic full lengther. So, yeah, I think they'll be having nightmares there.
There's Robinson with that trademark jinking run. Now Nuttall, next one in. Leeds with a very good exit set, pulling them up onto the Saints 40 here.
Nice meters by Nuttall.
Such a fantastic utility player, Sophie Nuttall.
Yeah, she is such a workhorse. I think she got player of the game actually on semi-final against St Helens. Just absolute workhorse.
Now here's Kerrigan, another real powerhouse.
Yeah, Kerrigan nice on that inside line now.
Hill look to put it crossfield. It's going to hang before the in goal. Robinson with the pressure on. They've lost it. They've pulled her back here.
Oh, very close.
It looked like Robinson was impeded from getting to that ball there.
Yeah, just a little fumble.
Just watch it here on the replay. Yeah, and then, yeah, there's a bit of a pull back there.
Yeah.
Looks like it's gone amiss in the middle there, but, you know, calls tend to even themselves out through the course of a game, and that won't be on the Leeds' mind right now.
Yeah, of course they do. I don't think anyone else noticed it. I don't think Soph will be best pleased, but...
Elfrain, she's the biggest small woman you will ever meet.
We call her Giraffe at club.
I've heard you call her a lot of things too.
Well, that's one of the nicest things I call her. Got to keep it PG. So we've got Jodie Cunningham on the floor at the moment.
Lacey, she's done it again. It is her second try in 2 games. She went the whole of the season so far without one, and now she's got 2 in 2, both coming against Saints.
She'll be happy with that. Shannon Lacey just been called up as well to be part of the national performance squad, so I think she'll be looking to definitely put her stamp on this game and get some good stats, and she'll be definitely happy with getting the first 4 under their post as well.
Yeah. You can see there she just checks a step just a little bit, and it just gets her on the outside hip there.
Yeah.
And that's enough to get her over the line.
Yeah, that previous runner just left a few of them skittled on the floor. A bit of a messy ruck. Shannon just absolutely utilised that, and nice footwork straight under the line. Powerful run. She'll be chuffed.
Yeah, somewhat of a, until this recent call-up, somewhat of a bit of an underrated player. She's still got a lot of years ahead of her as well. Really,
she does, yeah. Yeah, she's so young, and I think a lot of forwards are definitely underrated. Obviously, they're the absolute workhorses of the game, and they're the ones that do, you know, the hard meters as such. So, yeah, I think a lot of them are very underappreciated, and we see, you know, the shiny full lengthers, the Caitlin Beavers, which, you know, fantastic. But yeah, Shannon Lacey's definitely one to watch for the future, and with age on her side, she can only get better and better and better.
Absolutely, she's going to be a mainstay in this side for a long time to come. Leeds now, 10 minutes on the clock, 6-4 up.
Shannon Lacey as well from Stanley, funny enough. So the girls that led the Leeds Rhino team out.
Quite a few from Stanley here.
Sophie, I think,
Sophie, Chloe,
yep.
Stanley as well. Danica?
Yeah. Which is only nice for Lois to see, obviously, all of her hard work in the development over the years, and then now the likes of Shannon and Sophie and the rest of them stepping up into first team SuperLeague rugby. It must be an amazing thing to watch and know that you've been part of.
Exactly, it's only going to get bigger and better from here.
Great meters by Anderson. Another one that just absolutely works her feet off.
There's Johnson again. She will always find a gap between 2 runners. very good running. Cunningham still laid out there.
Does it look like a back? It's actually just stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
We know it's a big one if the likes of Jodie's out. She won't go down without a fight, definitely not.
Yeah, regardless of who's playing the sport, it's still a very tough contact sport, and you know, any athlete will not want to stay down without due cause.
Yeah, I think it brings out our stubborn side.
Yeah, and this breaking play as well, it just offers like Leon and Gibbons brothers as well the chance to get out there and just settle things down a little bit, make sure that Leeds are sticking to the plan.
Definitely. I think as well, with them just scoring, you can sort of get away with yourself and get ahead of yourself and sort of change things up. And it's really important at this point in the game to stick to the game plan. It looks like Jodie's back, raring to go. I told you she wouldn't give up without a fight.
Beavers there with a bit of an over-the-shoulder pass, but Anderson more than happy to take it. So it's slowing it down again though.
Looks like Leeds have got the numbers on the left side. Just had a late retrieval. So we're looking to do something here now.
Hill turning the defender. Rotherham now with a job on her hands. Leeds up quickly.
Nice defence by Courtney. Loves to get stuck in.
Got to say, she's potentially in the form of her life this year. She's really come on.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Butcher there with the tackle. Saints looking for a gap. Lacey making sure that she's going nowhere.
Looks like they've had a little bit of a back set, get the backs in, do some damage, take it off the forwards a little bit and get us out of the area.
Robinson coming away with the ball, but the referee says hands in. Yeah, there's Saints will get a renewed set of 6 a little further downfield now. Ball
Yeah, they'll be happy with that.
Beavers out there just making sure that the line's set, that there's no gaps. Robinson just kicking the second ball off the field there, and we're underway again. Butcher, Anderson and Staveley all in, looking to control that play of the ball.
Saints line looking good with some nice shape out the back.
Yeah, we can see that they're just lining something up here.
Plenty of structure there. Let's see what they can do.
They show it, they go out the back to Crowell, and it's on there for Rhiannon Burke, but she's closed down very quickly.
Is there an option blind now?
We'll go back to the middle, and that's the number 18. We don't actually have a number 18 on the team sheet. There's Cunningham, goes wide. Leeds making sure there that there's no gaps. Butcher and Robinson got to find their feet here. Cunningham, she'll go, and that ball.
Little chip through by Faye Gaskin.
Gaskin, another real mainstay of Women's Super League. She's been about the same for a while.
Yeah, she has. So travelled to Australia for the 2017 World Cup with Faye. Fantastic player, great girl on and off the field. She was missing from the St Helens squad for the semi-final.
Yeah, as we mentioned at the beginning, they recalled 2 England internationals into the starting lineup there, and Faye Gaskin, a real leader out there. Kerrigan making sure that there's no gap there. Cunningham, she goes right. Good little play there from Saints, but Leeds are wise to it.
Amy Johnson just jumping out there, trying to do a job, getting in the faces.
Crowell, she'll look to go over, but Leeds again, resilient defence. She's managed to slip it away. Cunningham, there's a gap. Butcher cuts her down. Robinson with the try saver there. Wow. Great scrambling defence from Leeds. Cunningham will go left.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Real unfortunate with that effort from Sophie there.
Yeah, that's Naomi Williams going into the corner there. Unlucky from Leeds. Really good, patient play from Saints though.
Yeah, they just had them numbers on the edge. That overlap, hands, and that's it. It can be as easy as that.
Yeah, and it all comes from that offload there at the very beginning of the sequence from Crowell.
It did.
Yeah. See, Robinson does a really good job at denying him there, and it's just a little too quick there for Leeds. Ball goes left, and then Williams into the corner. Saints favouring those edges so far early on. 16 minutes in, we've seen 2 tries from Saints on either flank, and most of their biggest attacking players have come sort of left and right of those 20s.
Yeah, I think their backs are real dangerous. We weren't naive in thinking that their edges had threats.
Haskins kicked it as well. Difficult kick. Saints up to a 10-6 lead now.
Crowd looks to be building nicely. I think you're right with the lots of fans getting in before the whole game this afternoon.
I mean, I feel like a rugby league, it'd be silly not to. It's a great occasion, and 2 games, 1 day.
Yeah, Yorkshire folk, we like to get his money's worth, don't we?
Here we are, so Hill setting us back up on halfway.
Let's see how Leeds respond now. They'll be really looking to pin them now in their half.
Hill again, that ball, a bit of backspin on it. Oh, a bit of a juggle there, but she's managed to gather that in. Saints bringing it off their line.
Good line speed by Shannon Lacey. She was very keen to get up on them then.
Rotherham there, bringing it up. Leeds slowing it down very well there. Saints looking for gaps. Leeds making sure that there's none. Hill organising the line. You need Beavers as well in the background, making sure that there's no gaps.
Shannon's pointing there to Danny to come over.
Ball goes out the back. It's going to be a kick. That has got some hang time on it. Nuttall's looked like she was under it. That ball's going to go towards the sideline. Brilliant work by Caitlin Beaver. No, they've managed to stay in field. But Saints kicking on the 4th there. It looks like it'll be another crossfield kick. Fran Goldthorpe there. Real potential.
Yeah, Fran's another one that's come up from the youngsters at under-19s. Played a few games at full-back against York. And she's just absolutely thriving in the squad.
Robinson bringing it out from deep. Bennett wanting the play, speeding up. And there's Anderson looking for the offload. It's not on though, so she wraps that ball back up.
Pulling them numbers in.
Johnson bringing it up. That ball's lost, and the referee calls it lost.
Yeah, Saints will be happy for a turnover here.
Just a few conversations going on out there.
Looks like Jono just patted Ellie Frayne on the back. This is where it counts, you see. This is where you can win or lose, just on your actions, your attitudes, and how you respond to them mistakes.
Yeah. So Leeds, some more heavy defensive duty coming up, and Gaskin links up with Rotherham. Rotherham stepping Lacey aware to it though with Butcher. Plays it for Cunningham. Big Saints prop taking it in again.
Sucking a few Leeds players in there.
Yep, they've got numbers, and it looks like the referee's called that lost. A bit of a fumble at the play of the ball. That one escaped my vision.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but obviously we're a little bit far away.
Yeah, we're up here on the new gantry. Got to say, if you do not like heights, do not get involved in this kind of job.
Don't try this at home.
Here we are, so Bennett, Lacey straightens up. She's found a front as well.
Nice.
Really good work. It's Frayne. Cunningham getting into her there.
Big strong carries now by the forwards. One from Shannon, one from Ellie.
Yeah, 10 metres each in 2 drives. Hill drops it. Johnson.
Jono doing a shift as well. Sucking in 3 of the St Helens players.
Just hearing in the background there. Anderson coming off, Danica Prim on. It looks like she's going to take the next drive in. She's certainly set up for it. A little bit slow, that play of the ball. Here's Prim.
Didn't affect her though, did it?
No.
Yeah, it was a slow play, which is never nice to run it in, especially in the middle, so you know that you're just going to get clattered, but it's just about taking one in for your team. Oh, nice offload.
Now Beavers.
Oh. Bit of a messy bit of football by Leeds.
Yeah, they were up very quick on Courtney Hill there. She didn't look to have any blockers.
I think it looked like she'd popped it out. I think she was expecting that dummy run just as the hook option, but I don't think anyone came.
Prim working the floor really well there. Rotherham unable to earn that quick play of the ball. And there's Frayne and Hill. They both trapped the wrong side to play the ball, but they managed to slow it just enough. There's Cunningham. Oh!
Great hit by Chloe Kerrigan. Danica.
Chloe Kerrigan is the human projectile. She just absolutely throws herself into tackles. No thought of self-preservation.
I think you do when you're young. Give her a few years, she might get a little bit more sensible. And she's had a few black eyes.
That kick's hoisted high. Goldthorpe and Beavers coming for it. Beavers with the dominant call though, and now she's looking for space.
Wise choice there, just to come in.
Yeah,
not risking that edge.
It wasn't on, and the referee's going to pull them up for holding down there.
Nice.
And that all comes from Caitlin's hard work at the back there. She finds that outside line you see here. She gets on the outside. Good bit of common sense coming back infield, and then because she's earned that right to play the ball quickly. Saints trying to slow her down, and it's just not happening.
Yeah, Leeds will be happy with this decision.
Now Bennett for Hill. What have Leeds got on? Two
line.
options there, and Prim straight into contact. No love lost there between two England internationals.
Yeah, she's always such an asset to the team when she comes on. Such a leader. Obviously, she's got us a nice quick play at ball there. We're now set at 50s. Could go either side. So
exactly. Being in that middle spot gives you real leeway for creativity, and when you've got the likes of Hannah Butcher and Courtney Hill pulling the strings in there, and it's there's a lot of room.
Yeah, that's a good thing playing off the 50s. You never know which way to go, and obviously the defence they're not sure where you're going to go either. So it just gives you that little few extra seconds.
Of course, this game a little special to Danica Prim as well. When last time she was out here was when she actually picked up that ACL injury that put her out for most of last season and the beginning of this season. So she'll be happy to be back out there, and she'll want to see this full game out.
Oh, she will. She's a die-hard Leeds fan, has been all her life. So yeah, it's a real special occasion whenever she plays at Headingley. I know we had a few words before the game and give her a good pat on the back and a few words of support. So she'll be just keen to do her job and keen to soak up the atmosphere that is at Leeds at Headingley today.
Yeah, Prim there again doing the work in the middle. Frayne getting involved, pulling the tackle down. Good work there by the Saints runner, spotting that there was a few late retreaters there.
Yeah, a few late retreats, and I think Leeds' line speed now has just gone off a little bit. Whether that's fatigue, whether that's effort, I'm not too sure. So
Saints are looking like they want that arm wrestle up the middle of the field. To see a lot of teams will try to play to the sides to avoid that, but they're openly embracing it. They've come for war today.
Great return by Fran.
Yes.
We call her Fantastic at training. Bit of a play on words, bit of a dad joke, but she loves it.
There's Beavers as well. Goldthorpe, of course, as you mentioned, did slot in at full-back for a while, and Beavers out to the wing. So to see somebody taking that one jersey from Caitlin for a short while just sort of gives you an idea of what kind of talent and potential that Fran Goldthorpe does possess.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's really healthy and a real good thing that Leeds and other squads have got that chance where they can mix players up and have them rotations.
Yeah, Tash Gaines out there now as well. Bennett looking like she's left the field, so a rotation of the nines there. Tash Gaines, again another die-hard Leeds fan. She absolutely lives and breathes.
Yeah, Tasha Gaines originally a half, so great with the hands.
Lost it, and Kerrigan's alert to it.
Great pressure by Chloe Kerrigan there.
Kerrigan wrestling for it, and she's Chloe Kerrigan will
attacking
not
blind
take
side.
a good step.
Ellie Frayne.
And Frayne through the gap.
Blindside's an option definitely now.
Gaines goes to Prim. She'll go hard and straight towards the line. Saints controlling it though, and they'll hold her just short.
Danica Prim sucking in what, 4?
Gaines will go herself, and it
Oh,
looks
she
like
over.
Saints
She
have
grounded it.
got it.
Yeah, so they've held up over the line. Leeds will be happy with that.
Yeah, just this little break in play as well. Give the halves a good little opportunity to organise something. And Prim, shot ball at the line for Johnson.
It just goes to show that it's all about them off the ball effort. So if Chloe Kerrigan didn't charge down that kick, you know.
And there's Staveley trying to get the legs pumping as she twists, and she's had that ripped. And the referee's gonna call that one lost. So Saints are gonna get a bit of a let off on their line there.
I think you're right. I think it's definitely an arm wrestle.
Yeah, and Saints are certainly not a type with a backward step in their nature. So just a little bit of a break there, just was to get the scrum set. Halves communicating, defences communicating, and Saints have lost it on their own line. There we go, we talk about things evening themselves out, and the nature of the game has done that here. Leeds now will look to they've got to take this opportunity here. 12 minutes to half time, good field position, plenty of tackles up the sleeve. Games.
Yeah.
Hill, she's got wide, she goes through the
She's
jab,
gone,
Courtney
she's gone.
Hill!
She's got it. Show and go options either side. Creates a little bit of space for Courtney. And she's over. Game on.
Hill, she, like we mentioned, she's in the form of her life at the minute, and she's her trial is just testament to that. See here on the replay, just that little acceleration there gets her on the outside, and it puts the defenders in two minds when she double pumps.
Yeah, and not to mention, obviously, Chloe Kerrigan and Caitlin, I think it was, just ran them great lines. And without that, you don't have that gap for Courtney to get over and get through.
So Leeds back on level terms. Courtney Hill with the kick. She'll be enjoying seeing that one up on the big screen.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that. I think it's Courtney's first game at Headingley today, so.
I don't think she played at Castleford last year, did she?
I don't think so. She was a late signing once she Courtney for us, Australian.
Yeah. You often hear about union to league converts. It's virtually unheard of that you hear of cricket to league converts, and that's what we do have in Courtney Hill.
She played a bit of Aussie rules, so I suppose there's that little bit of transferable skills there. But yeah, cricket, I'm not too sure.
She's got it as well. Fantastic kick.
She'll be happy with that. She does a lot of kicking. Whenever I get to training, I see Courtney working on her kicking before. Whenever I leave training, I see Courtney working on her kicking after. So, you know, it just goes to show that practice does pay off. And it's moments like this where, you know, the crowd don't see it and the rest of the people at home don't see it. But Courtney knows the hours that she's put in and she can reap the rewards from it.
Yeah, her accuracy is absolutely incredible. She takes them at such a narrow angle. See, there's been a lot of comments and mentions about how narrow the angle is that she takes from. Only ever takes them from about 15 metres out. Back underway, Butcher opting to use the feet. She's got the time to do it. Ooh, Butcher.
Great return by Butcher there.
Almost with a little half break.
I was a little bit worried when she put the foot out, see how nice her touch were, but yeah, she did well.
So here we are, Robinson taking Leeds up to just shy of the 40. Gaines That's Ness Harriman back out there. Harriman pinned there, making sure that they're not getting the quick pay of the ball. And there's Lacey.
Lacey
Through the gap.
Push either side.
Oh.
Push were either side, but I don't think it was just on the money. A little bit of a hover support line there. It just needed to be a little bit closer. She could have had the option.
And there's Gaines. Saints trying to force her towards that touchline. It's not happening though. There's Goldthorpe. I don't think Prim was expecting that, but she adjusts well.
You're never a dummy runner.
And that's the turnover. Yep, referee calls turnover.
Fantastic running by Shannon Lacey there. Just ran to that scrum line, broke through the defence of St Helens. Should be chuffed with that. Such a powerful player.
Yeah, and Lacey squaring up the biggest player on the field there.
Yeah.
And she's not afraid of the hard work.
Yeah, she's not, and as you saw, she just had that fantastic run, and then she's straight in, looking in for the defensive effort. So that's exactly what you want from a quality forward. And I know myself, from moving from backs to forwards, that's the bit that I'm sort of getting into my head, that change in fitness levels.
As Cunningham ships it wide again, they go looking for the smaller players out there. And
nice.
Doing
nice running by St Helens, and obviously Danica chasing back and getting them feet.
Little chip over the top there, looking to turn Nuttall, but Nuttall collects on the bounce. Another player with a really good kick return game. And there's Beavers. Coming down in a bit of an awkward position, but she's not phased, and Robinson's seen something on the blind, and again she's stepping.
Plenty of players in there. Stopping Robinson. A little bit of a push after there.
Yeah. she's a feisty woman, is Sophie Robinson.
She is.
And Hill, that one's floating. And Goldthorpe's after it. Oh, unlucky. It just doesn't sit for her. But
yeah, it's all about that bounce, isn't it? It can go one of two ways. And it just went over.
Yep. And with that as well, the ball will find the sideline, so it will just give Leeds a little bit of time to suck a bit of air in, have a bit of a talk, and make sure that everybody knows what their job is.
Number 2, St Helens, Leah Burke. She had a good game last semi-final, so she's another one to watch on the edges.
Yep, since sort of in the early stages, they've alternated the play style again. So in the early stages, you saw them going to the fringes. And now they're very happy just to come back up the middle. There's Cunningham, finds Pip Birchall there. She's lost that there. Good work, Sophie Robinson.
Yeah, linesman's just give it as a knock-on.
So here we are. Leeds will one scrum to another. 12-10 so far. I think the coaching team will be happy with that going in.
Yeah, I think both teams have worked hard. I think there's been a few mistakes, especially in the first 10, but I think we can only put that down to nerves.
Lacey wrestling there, wriggling away from 3, finding a front, and now here's Hill.
Oh,
and
Lacey
Lacey will take
a bit.
second in two tackles there.
Amazing work ethic.
Now here's Gaines. Butcher, she's got Staveley as a short option.
Butcher and Staves there on that inside line, as we know, is a dangerous combo.
It is. Hannah Butcher is one of the best halfbacks in the league for fixing a line and bringing those draw runners with her. And now here's Gaines.
Let's see what they can do.
Line was a little too deep for her there.
Yeah, I think Courtney expected it straight off the floor. Maybe just a lapse in communication there.
And Saints, Hill was floating that and just come up with it.
Substitute for Leeds Rhinos, off the field, number 17, Shannon Lacey, on their place, number 12, Danielle Anderson.
Danny Anderson coming on for Shannon Lacey now.
Yeah, Shazam earning her first break of the afternoon.
Yeah, she'll be happy to sit down. We'll Oh, Shannon. And rightly so, yeah, she's put some absolute meters in.
Frayne and Prim making sure there's no chance of a quick play of the ball. And Saints will go early here. Notice that nobody's back, and that's going to pull up and go out.
Yeah, quite a wise decision from St Helens to kick on the first.
Yep.
Get some territory back, really pin Leeds and tire them out.
Yeah, and that's in these sort of last 5 minutes of each half. It's where the game management really comes to the forefront, and you see the leaders and the coordinators really coming to their own.
Yeah, absolutely. I think St Helens have probably learnt from that from last game. They was on top for the majority of the game and then obviously didn't come away with the win, so that'll hurt in terms of game management. I think they'll have learned from that, and having the likes of Faye Gaskin back in the setup as a natural leader will only benefit that.
Anderson off the base of the scrum. Good hard drive. Talked a lot about the Leeds side. Let's give a bit of a rap to number 13, Chantal Crowell. She's been out there the whole game so far. Really put the meters in as well. She's had a really good game.
She always does. She always puts the meters in. I think especially this season, she's just really coming to her own as Shani. You know, she did a little bit of work in the off-season in her fitness, and there you see, you know, charging down that kick on 5th, which is purely just effort.
Ooh. Yeah, but playing with fire a little bit there.
Yeah, I think I learnt myself, if you chase down too hard, she's got quite a nice little bit of footwork, so she'll just step you and go around you and just make them meters on the inside of you, so you've got to be mindful of that.
Out there you'll see number 28, a very special day for her, Paige Webster, stepping up to the first, making a debut.
Yeah, she'll be keen to get her hands on the ball, keen to get in for tackles, keen to do a job. She'll look to them experienced players like Sophie you can see on her outside.
Good short option there. Anderson wise to it. Cunningham, Gaskin wide, looking for that option. And they'll go wide again to Williams, but Leeds over the sideline. Fantastic work. Hannah Butcher always aware to the danger.
Yeah, unlucky for St Helens there. Nice little shift. Unfortunately, just got popped into touch.
Yeah, if you're looking for consistent performance, you certainly look no further on a team sheet than Hannah Butcher. Here we are, last sort of minute or so of the first half. Real grueling contest so far. There'll be a few sore bodies in the sheds at the half. Anderson.
Bit of wrestling there on the ground. Anderson's managed to find a front and she get up. There we go.
Yeah, if she can't go around you, she will go over you.
And again, like you say, Shani Crowell with them defensive efforts time and time again.
Gains a little bit of dummy half trickery there. Crowell a little high on Kerrigan, and she's took exception to that.
No, I was going to say, is that a little bit high? Oh, nice
chip and chase for Beavers. It's come off the knee. That's play on.
Oh, unfortunate that one. Really nice bit of creative football there by Courtney.
And that brings us to the close of the half. A lot of pats on the backs, a lot of raps out there, and as you see on the replay there, Beavers, off the foot, that's play on, and then Saints mop it up, and that closes the half. So we will be back. We do have a little bit of VT to run in between on the half, so we'll be back in 10 minutes or so. We'll see you then.
Hello everyone, it's that time again. Goni versus Brad Dwyer, and yeah, Dogs up 2-1, but the decider will be soon, so.
Yeah, so this time we've come down to Holy Family School, and instead of some of the boys, we've got some of the kids to help us out with this race today.
It's a dog school, by the way, still in school.
Yeah, so like I said today, we're down at Holy Family School, and this is my team, Team Dwyer. Are we going to get the win, guys? Yeah!
Hello guys, it's Team Harold here. I'm with the best team here, Team Yellow. Team Yellow! There we go, that's my team there. Ready to rock, ready to win.
So what you're going to do is you're going to pass the ball. Yep. You pass it, just pass it, rugby pass. Yep.
You pass it to him, you pass it to her, you pass it to Tommy. Tommy, as soon as you pass it, you come here, okay?
And when he gets the ball at the end, he's going to come all the way back down, yeah? Do you understand? So you'll just move to that one, then that one, then that one, until you get back to your first score. I'll tell you, I'll talk it up.
3, 2, 1, go!
Next call, next call. No, you're in that one, you're in that one.
No, you go all the way. You go there, Tommy. Pass it, pass it, pass it. Go.
No, that one. That one. Yeah, no, move on.
Nice, keep going. That way. You pass it to her. You go that way. No, you run all the way.
Yeah, it's all right. Down here, love. No, you're over there.
Move now, go. No. Give it to him. Go. You go there.
Nice, guys. Up to the front, you're over here now, love. Let's go straight back again, yeah? Let's go.
Pass it to him, yeah. To him. Go all the way.
Yeah, down at the front.
Come back here, yeah. We got it.
We were sat down first.
Team Yellow won.
No, we were sat down first then, mate.
Team Yellow.
We sat down first. Oh, referee.
Team
mate,
Yellow.
You're not cheating again.
Team Yellow.
This happened last time, mate.
Team Yellow.
100%, mate.
Yellow!
What?
Yes!
No way!
Good work, team. Good work.
Re-race, mate.
Good work, team. Good work. Yeah!
Hey, are you having that? Mate, you've got one job.
Team
You've got one job, mate.
The video ref, mate. You go, video ref. Bunker. We ready for this? We ready for this?
Right, you ready to get this win now? We're one behind, we need to get this win. Let's go. You ready?
Set, go!
Go on, mate.
Nice. Yes, good work. Good work.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, right.
Just hold it at the end and put your thumb so the egg doesn't come off. Come on, mate.
Yes.
That's it. Nice, mate. Just put your thumb on it. Yeah, that's it. A bit up. That's it. Now go. Go, run, quick. Nice, mate. Well done, mate.
Hey, he's holding it. You can't hold it.
It's all right, mate. Come on, mate.
You can't hold your thumb with it.
Nah.
That's true.
Hey, well done, mate.
Right.
Yeah, go. Yeah, hold the way thumb. Right, go.
Good work. Good work. Look, what are they doing?
Well done, love. Go, here, we're in trouble now, so hold it proper now. We're in the front now.
Good work. Keep going. Yes. Good work. Oh, knock on, ref. Oh, it's okay. Keep going. Nice. Good work.
Let's go. Nice, well done.
Nice.
What is that?
Jimmy, she just hold it. Take your time. Sit down. Everyone sit down. Yeah. Yes, coming.
Unlucky, love. Unlucky.
Good work, team. Good work. Yeah, coming.
So you're just going to pass it over your head, yeah, and then she'll pass it between her legs until it gets to the back. The back person will run round that cone and come and join the front, yeah?
3, 2, 1, go!
Nice, guys. Well done, guys.
Yeah. Go. Move back a little bit.
Over the top. Yes, under. No.
Under. Go. Run. Go up. Under.
Under. Don't end the cut, don't end the cut.
Keep going, up, under.
Over, under.
Go. This is the last one, this is the last one.
Let's go.
Nice, guys.
Up. Under. Go, run. Ready?
Go on, mate. Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down, mate, sit down. Yeah, that was good. We stand down for something. Yes,
It's okay, good work. Come up. Yeah, we're still winning.
Well done, guys, we're back. Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
Good work. Go back there. We need to give them a win, yeah? We need to give them a win.
Hey, take your time passing the baton, don't drop it, eh?
3, 2, 1, go!
Nice, keep going!
Keep going, mate, get ready, pal.
Good work!
Good work, mate, go get him, pal. Good work, pal.
Go, you gotta keep up, mate. Yeah. Good work.
Nice, love. Here we've got it.
Good run!
We are back at Emerald Headingley. We're about to get underway for the second half. Myself, Matthew Wright, and Leeds and England player Sharboon on commentary.
Hi, Matt. Good to be back.
Yep, and Hill gets us underway with a deep kick. And it's an awkward one. Leeds currently lead by 2 points, and Saints certainly looking like they're fired up for the second half.
Bit of a fumble by the forward, but went back, managed to get our hands on it and make some good meters.
But coming in, taking some meters as well.
Sun looks like it's joined us now for the second half in Leeds.
Yep. Here we are, and Saints looking to edge their way ever closer into the Leeds half, appealing for a penalty there, nothing doing. Play was on out the back, but decided to go short at the line instead. Yeah, they'll move it, and Crowell again, looking to where
Crowell
she
straight through the gap, offloaded it to the half.
Numbers.
Naomi Williams on the edge, another key player for St Helens, another girl that's in the international squad as well.
Here we are, the Saints 6, Zoe Harris putting in a lot of work this half, and it's play on. Leeds guilty of not playing to the whistle there.
Yeah, Shani Crowell with the little kick through, I think shocked Leeds a little bit. Shani being a prop forward.
Props that can kick, who'd have thunk it?
Well. I think when you play along certain players and when you're playing against them, you kind of presume how they play.
Yep, Saints getting a favourable bounce there in the form of a deflection, and Faye Gaskin there, the benefactor.
Chip through, reclaimed by Shani. Nice pop off to Faye Gaskin, straight under the sticks. They'll be happy with this now. Obviously giving them that platform to get them extra too.
Yeah, Gaskin looking to add the extras to her own score there and push the Saints out to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, I wonder what was said in the changing rooms. Obviously 2 minutes gone, straight out and straight under the post. So
it's a near carbon copy of the first half. Saints race out to an early lead. Here we are, Leeds will get us back underway again.
Gaskin.
You can just hear in the background some of the stadium commentary there being brought to some young volunteers today as we are holding a bit of an open day. Hill kicking deep, collected by Harris, and they'll pop that off, and there's a big wind up there.
Yeah, Danica Prim getting stuck in there, numbers in tackles.
And she's won the floor as well.
Is that a bit of a skittle, that?
Rotherham again, dominant tackle there though. I think that's Ness Harriman over the top. Now it's the debutant Webster. One way to stamp your name on the game. And calls a forward from the crowd there, but the referee says flat. We'll come out to this Leeds right edge.
Couldn't manage to get the previous play to ground, so just nice quick play of ball.
We've got the numbers, just not deep enough. Could have been guilty of crossing there, and Leeds 3 on the deck. They've got the numbers out to the right. Harris, Crowell, the danger woman of this Saints squad so far. She'll go herself. Good work by Anderson though, putting in the work and making sure that she claws her down.
Saints look to be on fire now after this half-time break. It's important, Leeds now slow the play of the ball down and really get back to controlling.
Here we are, Kerrigan will bring Leeds off the back line. Straightening up after that arcing run.
Good defence by St Helens.
Crowell involved again. Small battle emerging there between Kerrigan and Crowell after that. Had a little bit of a sneaky tackle at the end of the first half. Prim, legs pumping.
Looks like the crowd are really getting behind the women.
Yeah, there's
That's in harmony here.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it, but directly underneath us in the south stand there's a fair crowd gathering as Robinson, she's closing the gap here. That ball will sit up and Robinson, she's going to try to pin her back. Good work, Sophie Robinson. Putting in the extra effort there, and her teammates will be thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said in the first half, some of the off-the-ball running is just so crucial in turning them teams over and pinning them really in their area.
Leeds are starting to find their stride here. There's a big gap in behind the play of the ball, and Saints have spotted it. Robinson again. Robinson trying to win the floor.
I think the Leeds crowd's helping the girls.
Cunningham stepping away from Prim there. Leeds looking to shore up the defence a little.
Nice bit of footwork.
That kick's drilled deep and into the corner, and if this holds up, just didn't get the bounce for Saints. Still, I don't think they'd be too unhappy with that set, especially even with the ball going out over the sideline.
No, I don't think so at all. I think the Saints have really come out this first half. I know it's only 6 minutes into it, but yeah, they've come out all guns blazing, so they definitely are up for the fight and up for this arm wrestle at Headingley today.
Not a small pack either, and just wonder if fitness will start to take a bit of a toll towards the end of this second half.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But then, as you said, Shani's played the whole game and she's still been kicking balls through, so yeah.
Hill opting to go by herself there. Beavers. Butcher, it's on Webster.
Youngster Webster, some nice meters, quick play the ball.
Bennett back out there as well. Another Leeds player, I believe she's only 17.
Yeah, Bennett's only young. Kira, she's fantastic. Great girl.
Beavers, Nuttall does well to find ground there. Bennett, Webster, bit of a juggle there, but she's managed to regather it behind the head.
Yeah. She caught it on the shoulder, didn't she?
Bennett. Hill is charged down. I think that'll be pulled up for offside. Yeah.
I wouldn't like to think I'd be running into one of Courtney's kicks, would you, without boot?
No.
I wonder if she's winded.
And Saints are going to go quickly. Saints have caught Leeds napping a couple of times today.
They have now, and it's all about that momentum shift. St Helens at the minute seem to be really riding that momentum wave and coming up with the options and the goods. So.
And a bit of rotation in the forwards here, so Johnson back out there. Bennett in the tackle, she's lost that, and the ref's going to say it's reefed out. And Leeds They're their own worst enemies here at the minute.
Looks that way, doesn't it? It's horrible being on that back foot and just being exhausted, running back to your line and never really getting set, and that's why it's so important to just control that ruck and slow it down.
Especially when he's allowing quick taps every single time as well. Yeah,
ref's keen to let them play.
Yeah, and it's good for the game. Not so nice for the players, but good from a viewpoint.
Not good for your heart rate, I'll tell you that for free.
And Saints coming to that edge again. Leeds holding out. One on the floor still.
Nice shape.
Gaskin, Johnson out to shut Harris down.
Jumped out the line. She might pay the price for that.
Kerrigan though cleans up. Harris just unable to escape the clutches of Hill there before that offload being forced, and they've got the numbers, and I believe that's played out. Yeah, referee's going to wipe the tackle count here, and Leeds have got a big set on their own line here. Harris again with that step. He's having a really good game there, the Saints number 6. Allowed a little bit more creative licence in this second half by the looks of things. And Leeds dropping down lower around the legs there. And they're going to go short themselves. And the ref's going to call that held up. Good goal line defence there from Leeds.
Held up. I know Jodie Cunningham managed to get over in the semi-final with a similar dummy half jump over. Good vision, but Leeds are on it, which is nice to see.
And now Crowell going close. Ball's going to go out the back for Gaskin.
Let's have a look at
Gaskin for Cunningham. Little bit, I'm going to use the word flat. That's the referee's view at least. And they're going to be just, it's going to be inches at this point rather than a metre.
Saints got numbers on this.
Crowell is going to award it.
Wow.
Chantel Crowell getting some reward for her hard work so far in this game.
Yeah, nice little bit of football by St Helens. Options either side. Dummy half could have hit either or.
Yeah, you can just see there. Leeds just with a little bit of a gap close to the line.
The girls look disappointed with that. I wonder what's going to be said under the post now.
Yeah, looking at the game clock, 29 minutes still to play. There's a lot of time to correct any sort of issues and a lot of time to pull a game back. And 8 points is by no means a margin that's undoable, and neither is 10 if Gaskin is to kick this. I believe 8 points was the margin that Leeds came back from in that Challenge Cup semi-final.
It's not, no, and it's all how Leeds respond now. I think for me it's all about that attitude to getting out and fixing up, so we'll see. The only thing that she got it.
Yeah. Gaskin. She's only missed one today so far.
Yeah, she's got a good boot as Gaskin. Yeah, I suppose the only benefit is the momentum now that St Helens are on, and obviously they'll be running back to the position knowing that they've got that advantage now on Leeds, and they'll want to keep that.
Yeah, and you can hear the crowd as well, give you an idea of just how many people are starting to fill into Headingley. Bear in mind, it was a fair while until the men kick off, so it's been a good turnout for the women here.
Yeah, it's nice to see how many blue and yellow shirts are out supporting the girls today.
Courtney Hill. Harris, and again Saints will wind up from relatively deep.
Nice
Two
bit of work.
changes for Leeds off the field are number 26, Ness Harriman, and number 28, Paige Webster. On in their places, number 17, Shannon Lacey, and number 11, Amy Stevens.
Shan Lacey back out there.
And Staves as well.
Yeah, so this is potentially where the momentum shift comes. I mean, it looks like we've been losing out a little bit in that battle up the middle, and bringing on two big engines in the form of Staves and Shan Lacey as well.
Yeah, they'll be really looking to sort of get some drives in. I think Leeds now really need possession of the ball. They need to be sensible in keeping the ball and really thinking about that completion. It's really easy when the score goes down in your favour to sort of go with your own game plan, but you really need to consider keeping them efforts sensible and sticking to the plan that was thought of initially.
Yeah, and Saints are doing a very good, to be said, they're doing a really good job of controlling the pace of the game, kicking out where they can as well, really forcing Leeds to go 90 metres with every single play of the ball.
Oh, absolutely. As you can see now, St Helens are definitely down Leeds' throat. Numbers in tackles, slowing the play of the ball down. It's 3 here on them.
Lacey again taking a lot of attention there to bring her down, and Johnson, another one, real workhorse. Bennett, Butcher, Staveley again on that short drop.
Yeah, they've only been on all of them a minute or two, but yeah, both have had runs and tackles.
Hill pumping that kick, and that's out on the full. And that's Saints will celebrate that one. Jodie Cunningham with the extra effort there, making sure that she got up into Courtney Hill's space. So there's little individual efforts that are really bringing the teams together here. You can see Courtney Hill visibly disappointed with that one. So Saints will pack the scrum. Just inside the 40. Harris on there, and the Saints centre's loose here. Anderson coming in, making sure she closes Rihanna Burke down there.
Shani again looking busy.
Yeah, looks like Saints have changed up their rake as well.
4 Leeds defenders. They're just peeling back to the line. Let's see if dummy half picks up on that.
Looks like Cunningham's running in the halves now, and again, just the presence of having somebody like Jodie Cunningham in a side is enough to draw defenders. It's on out wide, and they've not given it. Good scrambling defence again from Leeds. Williams plays it, Gaskin gets around Johnson, Cunningham wrapped up by Frayne.
Really important for the even number off now.
Kick straight to Courtney Hill, and away she'll go.
Courtney Hill looking to get out of our area.
Now here's Kerrigan, real powerful runner, and she gets rid of one. Offload, Beavers. She'll step away, she's got a bit of open field here. Caitlin Beavers, she rolls the defender, and she's been pulled.
Fantastic.
And the referee's not given that. There seems to be a second go at the leg there as she was standing.
This is the momentum shift that Leeds have been after now.
You can hear the crowd getting behind them as well. Johnson taking it up the middle, looking for a space. They've got her wrapped. Bennett jumps out. Butcher, Staveley.
Nice play by Leeds. Again, all about this completion now. Sensible football, but creative.
Now here's Hill. She'll take a few steps at the line. It'll go out towards that side. Great tackle, and got to say credit to the Saints player there. She's managed to stay in the field, and now Saints have got a big set on their hands. Shannon Lacey coming out of the line again.
Great reaction, turning herself from attack to defence nice and quickly. Key role for a winger to do, and yeah, crushing tackle.
As Rihanna
Fran
Burke
on the edge.
Leeds, you can see Saints now starting to slow down a little bit. I wonder if that turning momentum's just taken their foot off the gas a little. And fifth and last, you can see the referee's hand up there.
Yeah, Caitlin Beavers just getting nicely into position now.
Gaskin goes deep. Goldthorpe will want to take this one. Ooh, the kick's going to sit up. Crowell's chasing through. Goldthorpe, she sees space on the edge. Goldthorpe, she stands her up. Oh, she thought she had her, but just checked.
Yeah, it's a hard one to call in as a winger. Do you risk going on the outside, or do you play smart and stay in? I think she's been burnt by running in touch previous games, so not a bad choice for the young winger there.
Yeah, she's just getting a little bit of treatment over there. Still standing, thankfully, though, so doesn't look like it's anything too serious.
Yeah, there's a few players at the moment. It looks like
Here's Bennett,
crowd driving
Butcher,
up.
yep, Stavely taking it in.
Leeds coming up with some shape. Let's have a look what they're going to do.
Johnson out the back for Hill, shows it, Hill.
Over the top. Not claimed.
Yeah.
Just need to be a little bit flatter on that, I think, Matthew.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's on. I mean, those balls, when you throw them, they're great when they come off, and when they don't.
Yeah, it's hard to get that timing on that edge. You're not sure what option they're going to pick, and you've got to adjust your line, you know, quickly as and when it's released and when you know what they're going to go with the half. So, yeah, it is a hard one, that one.
Yeah, but that's got to go to the back of the mind now. We're into the last quarter of the game, 20 minutes to play, 10 points the difference on the scoreboard. If, you know, even from a neutral point of view, it's been a really good game to watch.
Oh, it has, and for the game to be streamed on these platforms, Facebook and then the Our League, and to be at Headingley, it's just fantastic for women's rugby.
Shan Lacey and Amy Stavely wheeling away from that tackle a little bit. Lacey holding her mouth. I think she might have just copped an elbow in there.
Yeah, there's a few players now looking a little bit broken as we approach the last part of the game there, last 20.
Yeah, worth mentioning as well that everybody's got a full-time job away from here, whether they're studying or otherwise, so any sort of injury, it's you know, you don't want to be taking time off work. So real credit to the women out there who do put their bodies on the line for the love of the game. Here we go, back underway after that little break in play for injury. Lacey's still out there, seems unfazed. Crowell coming on that short ball, Johnson taking Crowell with her and then winning the floor as well. Really good work from Amy Johnson. The Saints will come to this blind side and they're going to drill it down towards touch, and Nuttall is there. Sophie Nuttall, really good kick return, good footwork, and now Robinson spots a gap.
Sophie's seen something blind, getting some nice meters there for Leeds.
Butcher in at dummy half there. Now Lacey, she'll straighten up. Bennett, Beavers looking to get in on the action there. But there's Anderson. Wherever there's a running forward, Caitlin Beavers is usually not too far behind. Really good for backup play. Johnson's through the gap. She nearly went without the ball there. Really good grip. Bennett. Hill will pump this one. It's an awkward one. It's turning in the air and Bennett lines up Rotherham and she's got her.
Nicely claimed by the fullback.
Prim back out there. Just letting the fullback know that she's there, and that's a high tackle. Yeah, you just see there Saints coming back off the line, and looks like Butcher, just slips a little high there, and the referee's just going to call time off. Just needs a little bit more than a water bottle treatment wise. So but again, this game has drawn a lot of similarities to the last meeting in that Challenge Cup semi-final. Very close scoreline, very physical game, and hopefully a repeat of the same ending.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Looks like they're making it hard for themselves then. Discipline's really going to play a factor in this.
Nuttall thought that ball might stay in there. You could see her eyes light up as that one drifted towards her. Fortunately just over her head and into this very quickly filling south stand.
Emily Rudge in with a great carry. Again, another underrated player, Emily Rudge. Recently captained our international side, France. Number 12 for St Helens.
Harris out the back for Rotherham. They've got the numbers wide. Needs to go through the hands. Leeds sliding very well there. They had the numbers, but Leeds making sure that that one was going no further. Hill, the only player on the blind at the minute, as Crowell takes that one in. Again, having to receive a lot of Leeds attention there to make sure that she's not going to get that ball away.
Oh yeah, she's strong.
And they've got the numbers again here, but Butcher makes sure that it goes no further. Really
St Helens just looking like they're shifting it from side to side.
Yeah, they're
really working that Leeds defence.
They're enjoying working the width, aren't they? Oh, Kerrigan's gone without that ball, and the tackle counts wide. She's got a touch to it. And Leeds need to get those numbers right, and that's the way that they're going to go. Cunningham, Crowell again trying to step away, but Leeds sticking with her.
And they may have had an opportunity there if Shani looked to give it.
Saints taking that one in with Vicky Whitfield.
It's really important now for the line speed.
So surely with a penalty right in front of the sticks and not long left, they take the 2. Yep, they're gonna. It's gonna push it out to a 2 converted score lead then. 15 minutes to play. And with the way that Faye Gaskin's been kicking, you certainly wouldn't expect her to miss it.
Yeah, if we're going by a previous record, I think it should be a nice easy one for Faye.
So a win here for Saints today would put them joint top with Cass. A win here for Leeds today put them joint top with Cass. And a draw would see the table not move at all. Gaskin again on hand to kick it, and managed to take out a Hull fan in the background as well. Fif 15 minutes left to play, 12 points in it. As far as tests of characters go in this kind of game, this is as big as it comes.
Yeah, we'll see how Leeds respond now. And I look to get a short kick here now.
That's the thing, it could be it could be an individual effort that changes the game, or you know, just a team move that comes together, but just needs to be something now, not long left.
No, St Helens are looking like they're really managing the game now, especially getting the extra 2 and taking it.
Yeah, it's vital that Leeds score next, because otherwise I don't think there's enough time for 3 converted tries here, especially with how Saints are defending. Ball goes out the back. Sarah Lovejoy taking that one forward. Gaskin again, she'll look to the sideline.
Gander kick.
She's done a good job of moving Caitlin Beavers around at the back.
Yeah, and they'll be looking to do that. They don't want her getting hold of the ball too easily when Saints haven't moved up yet.
Yeah, a real strike weapon at the back. She can break from absolutely anywhere. Anderson having to pirouette to take that one there.
I think you're right now, Matthew. Probably looking for a little bit of individual shine now from someone. Something out of the bag, some nice shape on an edge.
Robinson, Hill, Prim. A lot of these Saints players very familiar with Danica Prim, so they know what to expect when she's got the ball.
Oh yeah, she's just an absolute workhorse. Strong, hard, powerful runner. Everything you want a prop to be, really.
Amy Johnson wriggling underneath to free that ball there, and now Hill will pump this one high. Rotherham not too confident under that ball, but the referee gives it backwards.
It's gone back. Leeds fans disappointed with that call by the referee. You hear the roar?
Yeah, I think when your team's chasing the scoreboard, you'll appeal absolutely anything.
Oh, of course you will. Every ball's forward.
Now here's Burke for Saints, taking that one forward. Paige Webster back out there now. Can she be the difference maker on debut? Rotherham goes wide. Whitfield. Prim and Anderson pinning there. Doing a good job of slowing play. Referee with the hand up. It's fifth and last. Harris pumping that one. That one's floating around. And now Goldthorpe. Can she find some space? She's spotted something. Goldthorpe.
Thinking about myself there on that outside.
Yep. She's not had much luck on the outside today, so she thought maybe stand her up, look to go on the outside and cut back in, but again, no path. It's Kerrigan taking it forward. Gaines back on. Butcher.
So just a little bit late with that line. Butcher looked to show and go herself. Not getting through that gap.
Johnson out the back. Hill gets away from her, and she's had to give herself up there, because otherwise that would have been a penalty for crossing. So good in-game knowledge there, making sure that she wasn't going to forfeit possession that easily. And Gaines pumps that one deep. Neither one of the Saints players won it. Tash Gaines is chasing this down. Burke with a good step, but Goldthorpe not letting her get away. This is going to be a game-defining set for Leeds defensively. They need to keep Saints down this end of the field, and that's not the way we do it. And now Rotherham.
Scramble defence, but nonetheless it's defence. A few late retreats. Leeds looking a little bit tired now.
Yeah. It's got to take something now to pump those energy levels back up, and nothing quite gets your energy levels back up in a game like a try.
No, we definitely need one now, with it nearly approaching the 9-minute mark.
And it's just a drilled kick downfield, looking to turn Beavers, make it awkward for her and pin her into one corner.
Yeah, Beavers coming up with the goods. Nice steady return.
Yeah, what Saints have done really well as well is made sure that they've got one kicker, one player chasing through on Caitlin to sort of shepherd her one way. And looks like a breaking play for an injury here. Gives Leeds a chance to talk and organise.
It does. Can see a few St Helens girls stretching off. Back end of the game, things are getting a little bit tight, a little bit sore.
What do you think the message out there is right now?
Keep going. Come up with something. Obviously, you know, we need to hit up strong carries. Plenty of push support.
Yeah.
Get to that platform, earn the right to play, and then when we're in an area off the post, then let's shift it and look to get something.
Here we are, Robinson now looking to take us away from our own line and down towards Saints. And Robinson again not happy with the after treatment that she received there as Anderson. She had the arm free but no one on the shoulder.
There we go. It's them kind of runs that are going to, you know, march us down the field.
Webster that looked to creep up a little bit with that arm. And just lets Shani Crowell know exactly how she feels about it.
Collected by St Helens number 4.
Yeah, Rebecca Avenall under that one. And as Williams got herself a try in the first half, of course. And the referee's pulled Leeds for holding down here. Time is not their friend right now.
Nice bit of defence by Leeds, just pushing them back.
Staveley out there in the number 25 shirt now, so it looks like she's got the head bandaged as well, so potentially a bit of a blood bin.
Take a lot more than a head wound to get staves off.
Saints finding the feet. Again, number 12 having a really good game there. It's Emily Rudge. Ball shifted right. Gaskin, Crowell. It's been the danger woman all day. Butcher offloads for Cunningham. It's on. Gaskin out for Harris. Harris doesn't give it. Great defence from Leeds, but it's got to be said that is a huge missed opportunity. That ball should have gone right.
You got to take them chances, you really do.
Shan Lacey pulled back there, but the referee's going to say she was in possession, so she's not taken off the ball. You can see a few players looking over their shoulder just at the game clock there.
Yeah, 6 minutes left now. Saints will just be looking to keep the ball, keep up their jumpers, steady away. Game management now comes into play, and obviously, as we've said previously, they learnt the hard way in the semi-final, so I think Faye Gaskin will be really looking to lead the team to victory today.
Yep, so here we are, that ball going out to the left. Cunningham fancies herself a second. Saints.
Strong running by forward there. Strong with the sticks.
Yeah. Crowell looking for a second. Too strong.
Too strong for the Leeds girls there. Looks like they'll be fatiguing that Leeds line. Do you agree, Matthew?
Absolutely. I'd say that, you know, when you've got someone as big and as powerful as Chantel Crowell running directly at you,
yeah,
so close. Yeah, you see there, she just picks a spot there between Webster and Kerrigan by the looks of things and just punches that hole.
Yeah, we're nothing special, just the basics done really, really well, and that's what Coach Adam says to us, you know, all the time. That's what we need to focus on, the basics done well, and that's all Shani did. Nice inside ball, straight through, and deservedly so. She's had such a good game. I think, yeah, she deserves them 4 points.
Yeah, absolutely, a second of the game as well, and I think when you're that close to the line and you've had such a good spell of possession, you earn that right to play basics. And you know, those are the things that work very well in front of the sticks, and Gaskin will look to take her tally out even further now. And, despite the scoreline, I think there'll be a lot of spectators here today that can't be disappointed with this performance, and especially if it's a lot of people's first experience of women's rugby league. It gives them an idea of just how tough this game really is.
No, I think you're right. I think the folks that have come here a little bit earlier, the fans that are down and managed to get a glimpse of women's rugby, yeah, they'll be impressed. And then there's also the youngsters, the girls, hopefully, that sort of look up and say, oh, actually, you know, I could play for Leeds Rhinos one day. And that's all us sort of senior players ever want to do, sort of inspire them, next generation of players. And, you know, if it's one girl today that sees this game and thinks, actually, I'd quite like to play rugby at after school club, we've done our job well.
100%, and there's more and more pathways emerging, and there's more and more women's teams popping up, so it can only get better from here. There's Hill.
Fantastic kick by Hill.
Yeah, really good kick. She's managed to pick that spot, and Saints players a little reluctant to play at it for thinking that it'd maybe find its way over the line on the full, but she's put it in a really good spot.
Yeah, just a metre in front of Naomi Williams to sort of run onto it. It was an awkward bounce and then just popped out, so Leeds will be happy to get the ball back in this area, can they?
Yeah, I think it's a case now of narrow the margins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now here's Hill. She's got runners out the back. She has Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe finds Nuttall. Can Nuttall get away on the outside? She's pulled down. Not allowed to play quickly. Here's Goldthorpe. And again, the Saints players up quickly. Rudge and Cunningham both out there in their headgear, making sure she's going nowhere, and Staveley taking that one in, and she's still going. That ball goes left. Hill shows it, gives it. Paige Webster. She's close. Hill potentially fancy herself from here. She does go herself.
She got over though, that's a question.
No,
Doesn't look
referee
like it.
says she didn't. And that one's kicked off the deck. And Mick Ennis special there. Leeds force a goal line dropout, and you can see everyone's still keen, still, despite the clock and the scoreboard, everyone wants to get set, get that last try.
Yeah, it just shows the desire from the girls at Leeds to get back and, you know, have another hit up. Whether or not they've got 2 minutes left, they want it to the end, and they'll go to the whistle, and that's all you want from a team, really.
Absolutely. And Bennett will collect. Scott Harriman rushing up in support. Ness Harriman rejoining the side for the beginning of this year. Now Gaines, Robinson, good offload. Gaines away to Lacey. Lacey goes hard and straight.
Makes you wish there were another 10, doesn't it?
Yep. And then Gaines goes close. Gap just closing as she approached. Prim signalling left. Referee gives the penalty. If Leeds want another crack at the line, they're going to have to go quickly. And Gaines, you've got to say, Prim fancies her chances from here. Danica Prim for the line.
Looks like they've got something set up on Leeds' left side.
She's
with Courtney.
pulled in a lot of numbers there. Hill
She's off.
through herself.
Fantastic.
Courtney Hill.
Yeah, second try she's done like that. Shape either side. Show and go straight through that gap. That acceleration off that right step.
Really good work. And what Courtney's picked out there is how fast this Saints line are coming up. If you just watch here, they move up quick. Harris shoots on that far side, and it forces her insides just to come up with her. And then that gives that little bit of leeway for Hill to go through. And, it's the full-time hooter that you just hear in the background there. So while it makes no difference to the end result, it will make a small difference to the scoreboard itself, and it does give the fans and the players one last thing to cheer before they do depart the field.
Yeah, it's not as sore coming off after you've scored, even with the loss.
I mean, we can't be overly critical of this performance. Saints have really turned up today. I don't think there's much more that Leeds could have done to really pull this in their favour.
No, I think you're right. I think it's just the score, if anything, is a bit of a heavy blow at the moment. The game itself doesn't look like the score, and I'm looking at the score thinking, wow, is that it? But yeah, it's a real shame. But as we said in the beginning, Saints were going to want this. They were really coming out all guns blazing on the back of losing in the semi-final at St Helens. Still want some, what's the word? Help me out.
Don't know.
Redemption?
That's all. And Courtney Hill taking the post there, but the game will finish up 30 points to 16. Players will go congratulate each other on a fantastic game, and you know, like you said, it didn't feel like a 30 points to 16 game. It feels like a game that should have been decided by 4 points or less, but nevertheless Saints have come away with a decent margin, and fair play to them.
Just purely game management. I think for us as a team at Leeds, we weren't completing enough, and I also think we were defending way too much. And as you know, once you're on that back foot, it's impossible to get on the front. And unfortunately, St Helens then punished us with some nice tries. Yeah.
So Saints now move to a conclusive second. They sat in second before on points difference, but now they do move up to second. And yeah, so just go through a run through of the tries here. This is Saints. I believe this was Saints opener. But yeah, this was the Naomi Williams try over on that left edge. I mean,
yeah, just really on that right side, extremely wide from that A to B defender. So Chloe Kerrigan just needed to take a few steps really and tighten that gap just to really shut that player down.
Yep. There was Shan Lacey levelling the score back up there before, as you mentioned. Yep. Rudge holding the line really well, just releasing that ball at the perfect moment, and then Courtney Hill was first of the day.
That's show and go again.
Yeah.
And as we've just seen at the end of the game, similar sort of try.
And this one, Faye Gaskin's try. You can see she's chasing up the intention there. It looks like a kick through from Crowell for Gaskin to chase, and instead it comes off the hip of a Leeds player and comes out. And then, yeah, Crowell getting her first of the game as well. This is where the game just started to get away from the Rhinos a little bit.
We just waited on that line for that one, and it's a shame. That's pure fatigue, that one. It's we just needed that line speed.
Yep. And then, of course, finish with a flourish with the pivot, and then through the gap in front of the home fans.
Yeah, nice bit of footwork through that gap.
Yep. So with that, the men's team will be taking the field shortly. Of course, we won't be streaming that one. So all that's left to say is thank you to Shah for joining me up here. Thank you to everyone that tuned in. And no, we hope to see you at the next game. Thank you.